Stand by. Coming straight out to camera one, no headlines.
This is KCEN HD News, Weekend Edition.
Mike and Q.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Tiffany Lundberg.
Stinger on one.
In tonight's Military Matters, it was an inspiring and emotional day
She's
in
up.
Temple as an injured veteran received the gift of a lifetime. The national
Got a pack
nonprofit
coming on
Homes
beat.
for Our Troops made their way to Central Texas to give one paralyzed veteran the opportunity to be independent once again. KCEN HD News reporter Brittany Molinar takes us to that emotional ceremony.
Staff Sergeant Jack Pierce spent 16 years serving our country in the Marine Corps. During his third tour in Afghanistan, he was hit with something that would change his life forever.
I remember everything from the day, including the blast.
Sergeant Pierce's convoy was hit.
CG.
He and his team received multiple severe injuries, 2 of them not surviving.
After the hit, I knew right away I was killed.
I had no sensation down there, so I knew that I was paralyzed.
After therapy and hard work, Sergeant Pierce received a grant from the VA of $63,000. But that amount wouldn't put a dent in what he was in need of. Today, many of his worries came to an end when Homes for Our Troops gave Sergeant Pierce and his family a wheelchair-modified home. And as he takes his first round in his new home, there's a sense of relief knowing that he now has more independence. The home is built with 155 special adaptations like this angled mirror,
CG.
lowered microwave, and automatic door opener.
We say that this is not charity, but this is a moral obligation to take care of our veterans
CG.
who have served and sacrificed so much for our country.
I mean, I'm nobody special. But
This is a
it's
standard
just
out.
been amazing.
Tiffany has a tag on one.
Just to see this community
We'll
come
go to
together
first weather.
and how they take care of their service members is wonderful.
But for everyone here, Sergeant
There's a
Pierce
CG
is
in her
someone
tag for the
special
website.
and deserving of everything he's received. Brittany Molinar, KCEN HD News.
Mike and Q.
And if you'd like to
Give me the
donate
next
to the
one.
nonprofit, you can find that information at homesforourtroops.org.
CG.
Well, it's
Weather
been
comes
another
up.
gloomy day across Central Texas. This is a live look from our Hillcrest Baptist Medical Center skylight weather camera over Waco. And now
Maybe camera 3
meteorologist
next?
Patrick Crawford joins us for
Camera 3,
our
sir?
forecast.
We hate that gloomy weather over the weekend.
We do.
Temperatures today only in the mid-50s this afternoon. I actually think conditions are going to warm a little bit here over the next couple of hours. We have a warm front that's going to move through the area, and I think by tonight we could be in the 60s.
Coming out to a Plias on
and that's
camera
gonna be
one.
our official
Shorter
high
one. It's not
for
on her
today.
rundown.
You can see the cloud cover that's in place. We've had those clouds all day long, some drizzle, some light rain. That's all we've been dealing with so far today. But as we zoom out
That's
on
on
the
her
radar,
rundown.
I'm watching a cold front. It's in the western part of the state right now. That'll be moving through overnight, and that's going to give us a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures currently in the mid to upper 50s across central Texas. Like I said, I think we'll bounce those temperatures up a few degrees here in the next couple of hours. Rain chance will linger into the evening time, but I think those storm chances will be with us towards sunrise tomorrow morning. I'll talk about our severe weather threat coming up in just a few minutes. Tiffany?
All right, thanks so much, Patrick.
She's up.
Today, friends and family honor the North Texas prosecutor gunned down near a courthouse
going to
over 1
Viana.
week ago. 57-year-old Kaufman County Assistant DA Mark Hassey was shot several times January 31st. Kaufman County Judge Bruce Wood described him as a great storyteller.
coming out to an OTS on
tough
camera 2.
and fearless. No arrests have
Zoom
been
in
made
and
in
pan
the
right.
case, but federal, state, and local investigators are working to find his killer.
And
And
she's
the
up.
Tyler man is dead after a shooting at the Broadway Square Mall this morning. Now, just after 9, 23-year-old Chris
He
Mass
is up.
was shot by 25-year-old Ricky Neal Jr. Police say Neal shot Mass multiple times over an
CG.
argument about a post on the popular social media site Twitter.
Back out to camera 2
Authorities
next.
say Neal was upset after Mass tweeted his girlfriend. Neal was arrested by police shortly after the shooting. A second man was also taken into custody
don't have a stinger for this
after
story.
crossing over crime tape. He was charged with interfering with public duties and possession of marijuana.
And she's up.
An explosion at a chemical plant rocked the city of LaPorte this morning. Now, officials say
The owner.
one person is currently unaccounted for, and another was transported out of the facility by helicopter. The blast blew apart a building at the air liquid cylinder plant. City
CG.
officials say residents are not in danger.
Back out to camera 2
There's
next.
no word yet on what caused that explosion.
Camera
Well,
2's
today
up.
is the 4th anniversary of the dismissal of the former Los
That's
Angeles
not-
police officer accused
Oh,
of
yeah,
killing
this-
3 people and injuring 2 others. Investigators believe Christopher Dorner's dismissal is what led to the alleged revenge plot. The search for Dorner continues in the snowy mountains in Big Bear Lake, where investigators found his
CG?
burned-out
Saw it
truck
coming
that
on,
some believe was a diversion. Dorner's former boss, retired LAPD Chief William Bratton, was on the Today Show this morning.
He is a injustice collector. That's a term that they use. He collects injustices and he never lets them go. And evidently, they finally reached the
CG?
tipping point that led to a series of violent accidents.
Sounds fine. Q.
And
Coming
profilers
up to camera
don't
1 next.
believe that Dorner will give up.
Camera 1's
First Lady
up.
Michelle Obama and hundreds of mourners attended the funeral for a 15-year-old Chicago girl today.
CG?
Hadia Pendleton was shot and killed in late January, just days after performing with her classmates at President Barack Obama's inauguration. Police say she was an innocent
CG.
victim
Got a
in
sock coming on,
the
eh?
shooting.
It's a double.
No mother, no father should ever have to experience this.
Your
CG?
angel has become the face. And the tragic reality of this epidemic of gun violence that is causing
CG?
funeral processions of our children.
Q.
The First Lady met
Got a
privately
stinger,
with
then
the
that's one.
family before the service. Chicago's mayor and Illinois' governor also attended that funeral. Well, we have an update on the snowstorm taking over
She's
the
up.
Northeast. The rush is on to restore power to more than 650,000 people. In some places, the storm is over, but further east, it's still snowing. And at its peak, the blizzard-packed
CG?
hurricane-strength winds
Going to the T's
have
out of
dropped more than 3 feet of snow in some communities.
Your
At least 3
TCG's
people
blank.
died in the storm in the United States. 2 more died in Canada. Well, still to come on KCEN HD News, a proposed bill that may make your trip to
Going to camera 3
Mission
next.
a little bit more expensive.
Camera 3's up.
Here we're watching a cold front off to the west. Could bring some strong storms to the area tomorrow morning. I'll talk about that. Plus, we'll take a look at the rest of that weekend
Server in
forecast. It's all coming up
3,
in just a few minutes.
2, 1. Stand by. Coming out on camera 1. Mike and Q.
Soda and other sugary drinks might soon be getting a little pricier. Now, that's because a San Antonio
CG?
lawmaker wants to add a penny
Got
per
a
ounce
pack coming
tax
on B.
on some of our favorite sweet drinks. KCEN HD News reporter Jordan Bonke shows us what the extra tax would benefit.
If you'd like to buy the world a Coke, it could soon cost you a couple cents more. A possible
CG?
new sugary drink tax is in the works, but Kathy Dodd and Janine Benny aren't too thrilled about them targeting something that's such a big part of their daily routine.
I'll pay the 20 cents because I want my drink. But children's education doesn't mean a lot to me. I don't have kids.
The
CG.
proposed bill will add 1 penny to every ounce of soda that you buy. For example, if you bought this Mountain Dew, it has 20 ounces, it would be 20 extra cents. San
CG?
Antonio State Representative Joe Ferris says the money would then help fund public education and promote a healthier lifestyle. The bill would help people like Marvin Hunt. He's a veteran who plans on going back to college.
I'm perfectly fine with adding a penny per ounce. I don't have an issue with that as long as it's helping education.
CG?
I think it's a great thing for the state of Texas.
So 20 cents to me if it's going to help education, and I'm really pro-education, so.
The tax could add
CG?
an estimated $2 billion
Do you want me to
to
CG her
the state's
again?
public education fund. Representative Ferris
It has the
tried
same
to pass
CG.
the bill in 2011, but it went flat. Something Janine believes should happen again.
For somebody that has kids that want to support that, fine.
She has a tag on
Somebody
2.
that have kids,
Should go to camera
I'll pay
3.
20
I mean,
cents
camera 1.
for children.
A proposed sugary tax that isn't so sweet with everyone. Jordan Bonke, KCEN, HD News.
Mike and Q.
And that bill does not include sport, fruit, or diet drinks.
Show to turn.
Because I gotta have my Gatorade.
That, I was just going to say that, but then I thought, is that stereotyping because you're a sports guy and I just assume...
It cures headaches too. I just found that out yesterday.
Ah, hangover tips from Nick. Nick joins us now with sports, and Baylor softball back on the
Yeah,
diamond.
they are back on the dime. You know, they took one on the chin last night. Could they rebound against Sam Houston State? We'll have those highlights, plus a
Go to
big
T.
game for the men's basketball team against
Server
Texas
in
Tech.
3,
Sports is next.
2, 1. Stand by. Mike and Q.
The Big 12 is a conference you can't fall behind in, especially if you're Baylor. Now, losers of 3 straight, Scott Drew's team looks to
CG?
get back on track against Texas Tech.
Going to B.
Head out to the Farrell Center, where this was a must-win for the Bears. Brady Haslip, nice pick and roll with Isaiah Austin, who hits nothing but
CG?
net another double-double for the 7-1 freshman. And Pierre Jackson finds Heslop, who dials long.
I have a thought coming on,
Baylor would lead by 5. And then right here, Austin. Another double-digit game in the rebounding department. Baylor's off and running. Pierre Jackson stops, pops, hits from behind the arc. He now has made 34 consecutive games with a three-pointer, 11 shy of the school record. Bears would cruise 75-48.
CG, it's a double thought.
Losing's not fun, so you need to get momentum. We got 9 games. Now we're down to 8. 5 we're at
CG.
home, 4 we're on the road. So now it's 4-4, and you've got to win your home games. And this was a big one to get us started. And we know it's going to be one of those photo finishes with the conference race. And
this one means a lot, man. For us, just to keep our confidence high.
CG.
For myself too, man. As I said before, I hate losing. This is big for us.
Weapon
We'll stay in the Big
B.
12 as Texas played host to 22nd ranked Oklahoma State. DeMarcus Holland picks up the steal, takes it all the way, bucket plus the foul, 13 points on 5 of 11 shooting. But that would be the only bright spot for Texas because the Cowboys would blow the door wide open.
CG.
In transition, Marcus Smart knocks down a three-pointer, game high at 23 points. Horns fall to 2-8 in conference play,
CG.
losing 72-59.
Weapon to A.
Well, fans showed up at UMHB for a silent ninth, and what that means is no one could say a word until the Crew scored their 9th point. Kedrick Bell knocks down the outside jumper to give UMHB an early
CG.
2-0 lead. Then James Allen drives inside, misses a floater, but Bell's right there for the putback. 12 points, 10 rebounds for the 6'4 junior. And here's the moment everyone was waiting for.
Chemnitz.
Brian Todd, only 3-point attempt of the game. It was money. Fans go wild. Crew pick up the 20th win of the season. 74-54 is your final.
CG.
Well, could the women make it a clean sweep in their pink zone game against Texas Lutheran? There's Coach Williams right there. Actually, Coach got teed up earlier today. Samara Williams lets it fly behind the arc, off the mark. Javonna Miles right there with the rebound and the putback. And Williams goes coast to coast, lays it up and in. 2 over 14 points in the afternoon. And guess what? UMHB, they would hold on to win 73-70. Wow.
CG,
Well,
he's
the
up.
softball where the Lady Bears suffered their first loss at the hands of Illinois State last night, 8-0. The girls went back to work early this morning as they welcome Sam
Tell them
Houston
to
State to Waco. Bottom of the 3rd, runners on 2nd and 3rd.
CG.
Molly Hall, fly ball to left field. Watch this catch. Oh, what a nice one by Jessica Slater to keep the game scoreless.
Clear for the 2-shot
This
bullet.
game would actually go into extra innings. Look at this, Lady Bears. They would fall 2-0.
Quickly.
They're actually
That's
currently
good.
in progress right now. We'll have an update
Yep.
coming up tonight at 10. Also, Lady Bears play at 7 o'clock. We'll have an update as well.
All right, thanks so much, Nick. We'll be right
Server
back
in
with
3,
Patrick and one last
2,
to the forecast.
1. Coming straight out to graphics.
To get 2 large one-topping pizzas for just $11.99. Order online, on the phone, or on the app. You're watching KCEN HD News, first in high definition.
Stand by. Mike and Q.
Drizzle and light rain chances for the rest of tonight. Still watching that cold front off to the west. We are looking at a chance for some strong thunderstorms overnight. I think damaging wind's going to be the biggest weather threat. So if you got any loose items out there in the yard, want to bring them inside because the winds are going to be pretty strong. Maybe the possibility of a gust up to 60 miles per hour. 7-day forecast, though, I think temperatures will be in the 70s by tomorrow afternoon.
They're up.
All right, thanks so much, Patrick. Thanks
It's
for
up.
watching. We'll see you back here tonight at 10. Have a great evening.
And we're clear.